Here we are. It's real. After like 6 years, it's real. We are here. We are at this moment. It's real. Hollow Knight Silksong. I mean, what can I even say? I stopped believing that this game would even come out. I mean, not really, but you know, it was kind of a joke for me to just say that this game wasn't real and that Silksong was a myth, and people that believed that Silksong was actually a thing were clowns. One thing that I really didn't expect was this game to come out this year. I really didn't expect that. I actually really thought that it would be delayed again. They did say at one point this year that it would come out this year, and I was like, nah, I don't believe you. This game's not real. It's a hallucination. It's a social experiment by people in Harvard or whatever. But we have a very awesome trailer. Look at this. I mean, we see some scenarios that are like vaguely familiar, but they're also different. This starting place with the grass is very similar to places we've seen in original Hollow Knight. This place with the bench here looks very similar to the starting area with the Elder Bug that you can sit in Hollow Knight. I do not doubt that this will actually serve the same purpose or something like that. Feels like there's a lot more NPCs and a lot more life in this game than in the other one. That's just to say that original Hollow Knight just took place in a very desolated kingdom, like everyone was dead. And the very few NPCs that you find around were like scavengers or stuff like that. And I like this shot here of Hornet just walking and a bunch of bugs just fly around her. That feels very alive. I feel like they're pushing for making this feel way more alive than the other game. The NPCs all have their little animations. It's very cute. There's one that's just, I think he's building something, so maybe this will be, like I said, maybe the hub area and you can build other places like new shops or something like that. That sounds awesome. I love a village that you can upgrade in games. I like this little atmosphere place. There's this little fishing bug. I wonder what they fish though, because they're little bugs. So is there any fish? I like this place here. There's this hairy little beasts. I don't know what they are, but they kind of look like moths. Maybe this feels like one of those places that you go to, you know, do things multiple times to like progress in a specific plot point or something like that. Ascend to the peak of a haunted kingdom. So maybe you will be starting at the bottom and going up, which is like the opposite of what you did in the original game. So that's a very cool subversion of things. I love the scenarios. I mean, look at this place. Things feel way more alive in this. And that's not a jab at the original game. The original game was very much on purpose, like feeling dead because it was like apocalypse kind of thing. So I think this kingdom is alive. And yeah, I think you're just gonna be killing the people around it. And there's lava. I don't think we see any lava in the original Hollow Knight, right? And the rain, the city raining here. The City of Tears, the original game, is just one of the best places ever in all of gaming because it's so... everything feels so epic. Like, it has the reverence that you expect out of this game, you know, because this game deserves a lot of reverence, like hype, because like this is it. This is the event. This little place here is also super cute. It seems to be like a shop, I think. I'm not super sure, but we also see the little fishing bug that we saw before just flying here, so maybe he's gonna be like a little friend, kind of like how Quirrell was one of our friends in the original game. There's this dancing bug. It's very cute. And in this shop, you'll see like a very big guy here. He has like a bell face sort of thing. She's buying a sting shard. It's probably like the little amulets that you used in the original game. This game is probably gonna have like very similar gameplay features, but like with a different name. You don't have soul, but you have silk, you know, in the top left corner there. So yeah, it's kind of the same thing. And the map, or big old map, there's a bunch of things. I'm actually not gonna read everything because I don't want to spoil myself, but yeah, there's a big old map. We love a good map. Lethal acrobatic action. Hornet does feel like she's a lot more acrobatic than the knight, which is very good. That's exactly what I wanted out of this game. You can do like a grappling hook, you can hug the wall with like a little dash forward, but then you fall a little bit. You play more with physics and, you know, momentum. And I'm loving like the bosses. The enemy design is very fun. The art style in Hollow Knight is like one of the best things ever. It's perfect. It's like very cartoony, but also serious. No one has really a face. Everyone is wearing masks, or they have a very simplistic face. So some people are very cartoony, but others are very serious. And we see an actual animated cutscene of Hornet. This is all we see, really, but it's so beautiful. And with how long this game is taking, I actually really hope that there's more cutscenes. The original game had like 4 or 5 cutscenes that were very, very brief, but they were all very beautiful and well animated, so I really hope we see more this time around. And I don't know what's happening here. I'm actually willing to bet that this is maybe the start of the game. Maybe she's arriving in the kingdom, the door's opening, something like that. A vast handcrafted world. Yeah, I mean, this is all traditional art. I always say that we don't have enough games that are just made out of traditional hand-drawn art and animation, because it's so beautiful. Imagine if we had more games like this, or like Cuphead or something like that. These games are famous because they're also very beautiful. If they didn't have this beautiful art style, they wouldn't be as famous as they are. But the enemies are good. You can tell that there's a bunch that are just very similar to the ones we had before, but now they're different because it's a different place. And Hornet actually uses some wings here, and I'm like, how? That's very cool. It actually has some feathers, so it's actually baby bird wings or something like that. Because in the original, the wings that you used were the wings of the king. They were called the monarch wings. So how does she have the wings? I mean, it's whatever. They can literally just come up with any explanation for that. I love the parkour in this game. I love how fluid the animations are for Hornet. I love how you bounce on enemies and you go back, then you use your thing to jump into them again. It's so good. It's ironic because Hornet, I'm pretty sure she's like a spider or like half spider or something like that. So yeah, she's just Spider-Man's around and it's very good. And once again, just going upwards. I think she's using like a little line thing, like her silk maybe to go up, and that's awesome. The scenario looks very good, and it actually looks like it's underwater. Is there gonna be underwater levels? We've never had an underwater level in Hollow Knight, so sounds very exciting. Battle over 200 ferocious foes. I don't know if that number feels too big or too small, but 200 is a lot. It is a lot. They took their time making a bunch of different enemies, so yeah, they shouldn't complain about this. I must say that they feel familiar, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, it's a first impressions thing, so maybe it will be different, but they feel kind of familiar. It's not a bad thing, but it's noticeable. Like this fight with the two golden guys there, vanquish over 14 legendary bosses. Okay, that sounds very cool. But this fight looks very similar to the Queen Mantis fight, that you have to fight 3 of them at the same time. Maybe it's just because it's 2 people at the same time, but I don't know. I love this little ability that she uses here, which is like a little float thing. That's so cool. She looks very adorable. Hornet is very cool, but she's also very cute. Just like the knight was. The knight was also very cool, but also adorable, so I like that. This boss itself actually looks like maybe it's gonna be like a spider thing. And this next one, he's trying to suck her in. It's very horrifying. But also, this place feels like maybe it's sort of a Coliseum. It's very familiar to the Coliseum in the first game. I mean, it's very likely that there's gonna be another one in this game. This whole bit here has a bunch of red characters. Very similar to Hornet in that way. But the scenario too is very gray, but then there's big spots of red. It's so... this is so beautiful. This other one, which feels like... I can't tell what it is. They're probably grass people, or maybe they're like those bugs that pretend to be grass, you know, sort of thing. And this guy too, there's a bunch of orange stuff, so I think that's lava, but maybe it's the radiance, the infection from the first game, but I think it's lava. I'm probably overthinking it. Restore a kingdom's hope. I actually have no idea what the story is really gonna be. I think Hornet is probably gonna show a lot more personality than the knight did, because the knight was like a hollow vessel. Like in here, someone tries to kiss her, I guess, and this she just slaps them. And then there's a little boss battle with this white lady weird roses place. It looks very cool. I think this character is probably gonna be like a rival to Hornet throughout the journey of the game, which feels very cool. I like having a rival, but I do hope she's not gonna be like a one-off villain that just dies. I hope we can be friends. Hollow Knight Silksong. Jesus Christ, I can't believe this. They just casually dropped the September 4th. This game comes out in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, we're gonna be playing Hollow Knight Silksong. This does not feel real. It's also interesting how this place here where they're showing the date, it feels like the Void from the first game. It would be interesting if this game had like some fake connections to the first game's storyline and like the Radiance and the Void and all that. I don't think they're gonna do it, at least not a lot. I think this is gonna be like its own separate thing, but it could be cool. Some Easter eggs, some things that maybe will further the plot of the first game while also introducing new things for the lore of this game. So yeah, I can't believe this is real. So yeah, when this game comes out, I'm probably not gonna have a life.